is Te Pātaka o Rākaihautū Banks Peninsula Community Board. And Tori's away today, so Tyrone Fields is presenting on her behalf. Thank you.
Tēnā tātou councillors, thank you. Tēnā koe, Madam Mayor. So yes, so Tori's away today, so I'm subbing in because that's what deputies are for. One team, one dream. So first up today, we've got magnificent thing, Sail GP Catamaran Racing. So look, I think it's worth just acknowledging the support that council have shown for infrastructure within Littleton, just as a background to that, like in terms of the cruise ship terminal, in terms of Naval Point, in terms of just things like really good toilets, because all of those things, the investment that we make in Littleton Harbour, Whakaraupo Littleton Harbour, really adds up to good outcomes for the city. And I think, you know, even the you've got to spend money to make money sometimes, and, you know, even the most hardened neoliberal ideologue, and hopefully there aren't too many of those left, but even they would agree that, you know, this is a really good investment, a really good opportunity for the city to you know, for economic benefit. I mean, it's just fantastic. And Littleton Harbour, like, you don't need to spend $500 million to have a world-class stadium. You can actually have one for free. You know, you've just got the magnificent harbour all around where you can watch the sailing. It's going to be a marvellous event. So I just ask, you know, you to continue supporting the infrastructure that we have, or, you know, that we've got lined up in Banks Peninsula, and it's hopefully going to be an incredible event. So please support Naval Point and the development there. You know, we want to keep attracting world-class events to Christchurch. And we've got a wonderful asset in Banks Peninsula that we can do that with. Little River. Thanks, Pen. So this is part of the Little River Big Ideas Community Plan. It's got here the traffic management and beautification of the village centre. So that's now complete, stage 1. So with the installation of the 3D speed humps there. So I know it's hard to believe, but they're actually flat. It's incredible, isn't it? Like, it's just it's called an optical illusion. And so that's been painted in there now. So the village planning project for stage 2 is now underway. That involves the council-owned land behind the cafe and the railway station. So it will include a farmer's market, hopefully a community garden, recreational green space, pony ride, venture, and a petting zoo. So look, the community in Little River are just amazing. It's very small in size, but very big in heart and determination. And what they put their mind to, they do a lot of stuff. So we always love to have Little River Big Ideas come and see us at the board. And, you know, as you can see there, you know, it's a really, really good outcomes, and long may it continue. Diamond Harbour. So what we've basically done is we've recently approved the provision of 16 informal, it's important that it's informal, park and ride spaces at Stoddart Point, which is where it's the part of Diamond Harbour where the wharf is, and so the ferry terminal there as well. Look, this is a real hard thing to get right. Like, it's, you know, we're lucky to have a really good traffic engineer for the Peninsula, Andrew Hensley, who really helps us work through the issues that we have. This is a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. So we've come up with a decision. We hope it's right for the community. We'll see how that pans out. But we just want to make the infrastructure as good as possible. It's part of the overall city transport network, and we're just always listening, always open to ideas to how we can improve it. This is an example of that happening, and hopefully the outcomes of that will work out. And last but not least, so fire risk management. Apparently it's a hot topic on the peninsula. It's the dad joke of the day. I I'm a dad, so it's okay. So the board's really concerned, I think, about the risk of fire on the peninsula. It's obviously there's a lot of rural land there. It's 70% of the city's total area, but a lot of it is rural. A lot of it is open to risk of fire, and we all know what can happen there. And we've seen over the summer some luckily, fortunately, thanks to the really wonderful fire brigades that we have out on the peninsula and in the city, those fires mitigated and put out in the nick of time. They could have been much, much worse. So look, we're really concerned about that. There isn't a community group in Banks Peninsula that isn't concerned about that, and we just ask that this council is really active in being able to figure out ways in which we can support and facilitate the risk of fire in the Port Hills and on the peninsula. So what we're doing as a board is we're following up with Orion regarding power lines and proximity of that to trees. It's a bit of a concern on how that's being monitored and maintained. We're inviting FENZ, Fire and Emergency New Zealand, to talk to the board around high-level approach to fire risk management. And so we just want to keep up that engagement. It's just an ongoing conversation. It's not something that can be solved overnight. It's about just open dialogue with lots of different groups and just working together. And so council staff are working as hard as they can on having a fire break between reserves and residences. There's a lot of stakeholders and a lot of players in that. So we really need just support and helping council staff to carry out the things that they need to do just to protect our residents and to protect the environment and the the natural splendour of the Port Hills and the peninsula. So that's me. Happy to take any questions.
Thank you. I do note that you've got a Part A on the agenda for today.
Yes, we do have a Part A, Madam.
Yes.
Yep.
So, but there are a couple of issues that I and a couple of others have with some of the elements of the report. So it's my intention to move that it lie on the table, and we'll get the elements of the issues that we want to have brought to the table available for the next meeting. So I just wanted to kind of raise it in the context of your report.
Okay, no, I appreciate that.
It was a Part A off your report. Yeah.
I think you get a lot of issues like that on the peninsula, and they all need to be treated in their own sort of unique way. So we're just happy for that to play out.
There is no hurry. It's a long-standing issue, and it's an inheritance from a previous time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we're very familiar with those.
Yes, you are.
Yes, thank you.
It comes when you've got a small district that merges with a larger city. Yeah, always. So we're not unique in that. So Andrew, did you have any questions, or you're happy to move it? You have a question? Yep.
Just that Melanie, my community board, as well as I'm sure Heathcote and Halls, will share your community's concerns with regards to fire. And you're right that our teams are doing amazing things, but you can only do so much. But yeah, it is a real concern.
We just have to keep talking about it, Tim.
Absolutely.
And so thank you for
maybe we could get the community boards together just to
I think that a combined community board briefing with FENZ and our teams would be actually very positive. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah.
Yep.
We do. And let's work together. Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's a good outcome. Thank you. Sarah, did you have a question?
No, I was going to.
You can second it. All right. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. And the next item on the agenda has me moving that the council leave the report